All right.
And we're back with the wall tactics, boys, with the hobby stream. It's the rise of the 18 Death Copters.
Let's go.
Let's go. Which one of you gets just went off the top and said, I got this? Turned a meme into reality. And here we are, boys. Channel favorite, 18 Death Copters. They're not fully finished painted. I understand that, but it's all good.
Do we know who did this?
I
give him some credit?
did. I
Shout
didn't
out?
have it. I have to pull it up over here. But
Is
yeah,
it on Discord?
it would be on Discord. I can pull it up. But yeah, that we're gonna go over just a bunch of pictures. You're right. Yes, it is gonna be a pretty big slide. I see you down here, Mr. J. Hugh. It looks like a big ass slideshow. Yeah, dude, it's gonna be. I think we have 40 slides. And some of those slides have multiple pictures. So there we go. And if you don't see your picture and your hobby stuff in this hobby stream, just remember you can send it to me, and we do one of these every month, so I don't have to, you're not left behind. It's just there was a lot of pictures. Like I said, I have 40 slides, and some of those have multiple pictures on them. So there you go. So yeah, David,
we'll next time.
any good chats in here? Oh, it's Wapo.
Oh, Wapo.
Oh, Wapo with the 18 Death Copters brought it to live. Wapo, are you in the chat? Let me see. There you are. Whoa, with the 18 Death Copters, Wapo. We see you up here. You get.
That's the sound his Death Copters make.
Wapo, wapo, wapo. Stupid. All right, guys. So today we're just in the chill here for a bit, maybe an hour, maybe longer. I'm gonna paint some stuff up for the GT I got going on and talk to you guys and just get into everything as we go. So talk, ask questions. Let me know what you think. We're just here for it. I'm just going to finish off some stuff like some of these Tank Battle Shock tokens. I'm going to just paint a couple of these up. Even though I had them gray, I started to lose them. So I'm going to get 4 of these up. I got my little Mandos. Need to get a little basing even though they're done being painted. And then if I'm having fun, I'll paint my Knob with Wall Banner more because he's kind of just almost base ready. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, guys, let's get stuck in. I'm going to be hobbying. David, you can do what you want. Let these kids know what they're doing. Oh, I clicked this, and then I have the other stream up. And we also have access to Discord, too. So we're going to, if you guys aren't in there, let us know what's up. And what are these guys saying? Someone asked you a question, it looks like.
Yo, David, you going to GT2 this weekend? Unfortunately, I'm not. I'm going to be working on the shirts. We're actually at the final stages of getting that merch out.
Oh, wait, don't we have our model here?
Is he still here? I thought he left.
Hey, Christian.
Oh,
come model off the shirt.
Yeah, we can show off the new shirt to you guys.
Actually, we can show off the shirt. You guys are talking about.
Yeah, we had to switch vendors, so they will be slightly different from these ones that we're wearing, but they're just as good.
Yeah, we have our modeling Grot here. Yeah. He doesn't want to be a called a Grot. Sorry, he's saying he's an orc boy. All right, Chris, stand right here in the middle.
A run herder.
He said he's at least an orc boy, and yeah, I'll show you the list I'm taking right now, you guys. So here is our model orc boy, our Grot. Turn around, give a little spin. Guys, don't check him out too hard. Damn, there we go. Yeah. So that's one of our first iterations of our shirts, guys, since you guys asked for it. So that should be exciting.
Yeah, those will be out in a few weeks.
When we go to Adepticon, we're hoping to have some out, right?
Yeah, when we go to Adepticon, we'll definitely have more, and we're looking to hand some out.
Wicked Joe.
Whoever we see there, Wicked Joe's definitely
has to get one for sure.
Size might run a little small.
So then make it bigger then pretty much for you kids?
They order a little bit bigger than what you're used to. So the size runs a little small.
Yeah.
So just in case you didn't hear that, he said the size runs a little small.
Aaron's getting sexual again. He wants them nips, Chris. Aaron's always looking for them, dude. Aaron, look at that.
Oh, must be cold.
Actually, it is. It's snowing. Actually, it's snowing. Look at this nip master out here, dude. Yeah, it is. And also, yeah, that's my phone. Yeah, I'm gonna send a list of the Discord, and then that way we can pull that up.
Who has 2 thumbs and a Wall Tactics T-shirt?
Let's go.
Yeah, all 3.
All of us actually. This is the first time we all have shirts.
Eddie modified his, so we're technically all wearing different shirts.
Yeah, I modified mine. I've sweated too many times in my armpit with them, I guess, and I didn't like the little stand I gave it, so I got rid of it. So if you guys see me, it's not because I'm feeling swole, because I need to get rid of the sleeve.
What do you mean? You shared the meme in the Discord where you had the power claw. Did you see that, David? Added the power claw to that?
Oh, you added the power claw?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, that's awesome. I didn't
Someone else
realize
did
that.
the green, but I added the power claw.
Aaron.
those memes you guys made at Eddie were hilarious.
Oh gosh, you guys messed me up, dude. I was cracking up. I was like, oh my god. It was supposed to be a gym progress channel that we have on our Discord, and then I put a gym progress people, and people turned me They put a headband on me. I didn't have the headband on, and then they're like, "This is
I
right."
saw that.
And then rated it to making me green.
They did the teeth.
Yeah,
And then they added the teeth and a power claw. I was like, all right, guys, I get it. I get it. That was hilarious.
And then they memed you on the ones like the guy my girl said not to worry about.
Dude, that was
Yeah.
hilarious. Mr. 2, dude, that killed
That
me.
was
I
the
showed
best
my
one.
girlfriend. She was dying.
I'm not in the Discord much, but I look at those memes. Those are funny.
Yeah, you guys were on point with them memes. I'm getting my list out right now, guys, if you wonder what I'm looking at down.
Aaron Redmond commenting on Chris' shirt. It's all nips and hips. If it ain't sexy, daddy, don't eat.
What the heck?
I'm just glad you read that out loud.
Yeah, I know, right? Hey, can you pull up
Uh,
you can pull up BCP probably and go over my list, can you?
Yeah.
Oh,
it's
yeah.
public.
Yeah.
oh.
So we can just pull it up on the side screen over here. That's funny, you guys. You guys are psychos. It's fantastic.
Just posted it to Discord.
Little perverts. Yeah, I did, but it's we just show it right here. No, David has to take the keyboard out. I'm starting to paint, guys, so you know. And I showed a couple pictures in the hobby chat of things. I finally started throwing up some of my models and some of my painted things. You guys are much better than me, but yeah. We can actually go to the next picture too instead of the Death Copter once you're done pulling up my list. But the Death Copters are taking the show
You
right
wanna
now,
comment on
boy. And of course, we have the Christmas Gras. No, what's it? Get Christmas Grit or whatever. I actually took this picture at my local Games Workshop store. They do like hobby contests and such. So I took this picture of someone who painted this Christmas Gras up. I was like, this is pretty dope. I have mine. I didn't paint them yet, to be honest. So I was holding it up.
Boring listing. A lot of them are funny.
Oh, I know. I didn't. You're right. I didn't make a funny
Oh,
list
no,
name.
You need a funny list.
Oh my god, I will have them. You're right. I didn't make a funny list name, you guys. Sorry, you guys are gonna judge me for that. Because it's all Christian. You didn't say it. I was trying so many different lists, trying to have fun with rigs and stuff, and I was like, wait a second, I got a GT, bro. I should be practicing for real. So I just revised my list and I called it revised.
Here's revised. 1990 points.
Sorry, guys. I'll make a better name next time.
Or do you want to go over it?
I'll go over it real quick. All right, guys. So you're gonna question me, and that's fine. Go ahead and question me on the list. I stuck to a couple of the normal skeleton of what I like to see and what I've been using. But I decided to pick a couple more toolboxy kind of lists. So we have a Death Killer Wartrek with Super Cyborg Body, Gazgul Traka, Captain Badrook, Miles Royals, Scragbag, Nabon Smash Group, Edwapa Skill Chopper. I actually threw this up in the end. Actually, after like one of my last test games, I put the squigs back in. It's really because in my meta, people don't like to see squigs. That's really what it comes down to. There's greater demons, there's nids, there's a bunch of different things that people actually do like to see, don't actually like seeing squigs. So I decided, hey, I'll just go ahead and opt for it. But now that I'm looking at all the BCP listings and factions that there are right now, there's a lot of custodes and gray knights and such like that. So there's a lot of 2-up armor saves. So we'll see how that goes. And then we have the good old favorite War Boss. I also only brought 2 trucks on this list. I decided I didn't want to really try to saturate the board or fill up too much space with trucks, and I didn't want to run out of spots really to place them in deployment. So I only went for 2, one for knobs and one for the flash kits. So here are the flash kits. I then went for 30 or 33 grots, 3 units of grots. That's really just because I wanted more OC stuff to store secondaries. I'll put one in reserve sometimes and bring it in. Or on a big deployment edge, I might just screen everything out. Some armies like Cryptek, the Necrons and Grey Knights, bunch of different armies. I really want to start paying attention to deep striking, even though they can come within 3. I will most of the time just measure it out as best I can and not allow them
That's
to
enough
land where they
bodies to
want.
screen out your backfield objective as well.
Yeah, you just make it so not even 3 inches, they'll come in from certain areas. So I like to put that many on my list. I know some people just do 1. I did bring Mando, so I've been talking a lot of smack, and I've been talking Mandos up a little bit. I might be biased, I might be off on my rocker, but I decided I'm gonna go ahead and try it.
When you made your list, did you actually give the things the right equipment?
Yeah,
because your man doesn't have the right. They should have 9 choppas.
They have the
nine
Slugger choppas right there.
Yeah.
9 Slugger choppas.
Do they have the battering
ram? Sometimes I don't bring the battering ram just because it never hits for me. Even though I've literally never hit anybody with the battering ram.
Does that take away from having a chopper?
Nope. I mean, the choppa gets more attacks, and the battering ram hits on 4s and only gets 2 attacks.
Do your trucks have the actual? Does it say they have the ball on the trucks?
Pretty sure. Let me check again. But we'll keep going. Christian described to me. Just forget him. We're talking. So in the commandos, I decided to bring the Mandos because a lot of people are deciding to strategic reserve. A lot of people infiltrate, and a lot of people scout. And if you're running, at least around me, the orc truck spam or a bunch of squigs, a lot of time people are going to have nurglings. There's going to be the Beastmaster from Dark Eldar. There's going to be Leagues of Voltan running into the middle of the table with a lot of Sagittars. There's going to be Tau trying to get in your face as well. And people, if they're smart, which I assume people are not idiots, they'll understand that they should move block you and really get in the way of the lanes. The terrain we're playing on is kind of dense GW style layout. So I decided I didn't want to get move block. This guy behind me is one of the people who initially wants to move block me all the time when we play. Chris Tech, no. Right. And that's really one of the best strategies to deal with orcs. And in the Discord, we talked about this too, where some people are like, dude, I played against Guard, I played against Leagues of Voltan. I did all these different armies that pretty much I went second. They just stopped me and then they shot me off the table. So I decided I didn't want to auto lose going second. Also, if I go to Custodes, if I go first, or if I go into Space Marines, like a Black Templar Land Raider list, I'll just walk right into them. Like, for example, the Custodes, I won't charge. I actually would just stand right in front of them, about an inch away from them, and just stop them from walking onto the objective that first turn. That would be actually quite annoying for them. And then, yeah. And so...
He doesn't have distraction grind. He doesn't
what do you
have
mean?
ammo grind.
Okay, well, I'll go put it on. Gosh.
I don't think you can edit the list.
Yes, you can. Yeah, you can. I'll just I'll get a yellow card or something. It doesn't matter.
It's 10 points
10
off
points.
if your list changes.
Oh my god, whatever. So we'll see. I'll just talk to Gary or whoever it is. And yeah, the distraction grat's awesome. Of course, you need the distraction grat. The distraction grat makes it awesome for the 5-up invuln. Yeah, so it's pretty great overall. I'm gonna just see how the Mandos look. So yes, that's the point of the list. Yellow card, Eddie. What?
Power claws? Or?
Yeah, I was gonna actually keep the power claws on the Mega Knight just for more attacks.
Well, you only run 9 power claws in that unit.
Right.
And then we have the 1 Squig Hog Boy unit, the Storm Boys, and then 1 War Biker.
Didn't give him the 2 little boys.
And then that's it. And then stop interrupting me. I'm talking. I'm trying to talk. You're filling up the mic. Storm Boys, and then the War Bikers. I think was the bottom of the list, right?
Yeah.
Yes. So that was pretty much the whole list. The idea was to go for more tools, so I don't just auto lose going second. The Death Killer War Trike allows you to move quickly around the field, auto see people, trying to deny them on primary instead of really trying to hold the primary necessarily, and you can draw a lot of fire from that. So yeah. And it looks like I just need to go and adjust my list, I guess. I was too much in a hurry.
Here's a good name for
As
your
you can
revised
see,
list.
Yellow card, Eddie.
Yellow
I'm gonna put that yellow card list. Boy, I'm like, sorry guys, I didn't put my distraction grat on. If you guys hit this, if I'm horrible for that, then I'm horrible for that. This was actually, and it's a good lesson for you guys to pay attention to also. I was going through so many lists and trying stuff that I regularly change things out, and I guess those are little things that I didn't put on that one time. So that's something for people to learn if they're kind of new to an RTT or any kind of event. Pay attention to the war gear putting on. That happens all the time. We're sharing lists too. People are like, well, I didn't put this right list. So it's good. Most, TLs won't be too crazy, but hey, it is a GT. They might get mad at me. So I'll let you know how that goes. I'm really not worried about it. It's never really happened that people really got too mad. If you tell them like, oh, I had to change the war gear real quick, even though it's all free, especially now it's free. Back in other editions, you had to pay for the war gear. Now it's on your data sheet. So it should be nice. And then, yeah. So let's see what people were saying because I was painting this thing out real quick.
As far as serious ones?
Huh?
As far
as any of them, I don't care.
I'm not sure that.
They love the Live Laugh Wah t-shirt. Oh, that could be one. What do you think with the Live Laugh Wah t-shirt?
The Live Laugh Wah t-shirt idea? I think it could work. It just has to have a good image to make it a little funnier.
What would that be? Like live would be a mushroom, and then laugh would be a grat, and then an orc eating it. I don't know, like
yeah, right.
Orc running it over,
like a comic strip or something.
Yeah, like an orc running it over as it gets stuck in, and just stepping on him. Like,
yeah, that'll have to go on the idea board. Thanks, Aaron.
Aaron's coming up with ideas, and he'd be cracking everybody all the time. I'm like, dude, Joe. What else?
And then
the boys.
Did you show your war boss?
Well, in the Discord, I showed my war boss in Mega Armor.
Your war boss needs his attack squeak. It's not much, but it can make a difference.
No, it does. I love my war boss. He's modeled with it. So watch him be like, no, dude, you didn't put it on your list. Therefore, you don't have him. I'm like, yeah, he doesn't exist on my model. And it is true. I mean, especially if you're getting lethal and sustain crit 5s when you do the Makari's lethal and everything, he actually does kind of come into play to throw a wound off people sometimes. It's quite hilarious. What else is that? He said that's the name of Eddie's list. Yeah, thanks, John. I appreciate you. Even though I've never gotten a yellow card, but yeah, that would be what would happen, huh?
Yeah, there's a first for everything.
There's a first for everything, dude. And watch them destroy me. They'll be like, yes, you are banished. Like, oh well.
All right, and it looks like someone else also has 18 death copters in their collection.
Oh my gosh. He said, did you read it?
It says, "Oh, this is crazy. I have 18 death copters downstairs, sitting next to my mega gargant."
Yeah, if you're new around here, you didn't know that's actually one of our channel memes and stuff. It started when we were a smaller channel. I'm still not sure who. Me and Jay Hugh were talking about that once in a voice chat. We are like, who was the person who decided we were gonna do 18 death copters like that? So it was pretty hilarious, to be honest.
Oh, I'm sorry. I gotta jump around real quick. We got a
Oh,
$50 super chat from Snazzy Gaz.
from Snazzy Gazzy.
Oh, yeah.
What's the
Is that-
question?
Tell me my Gorkanaut has a chance to join my kill rig and battle wagon in the same list.
Yeah, that actually. First of all, thank you very much.
Yeah,
Very
it's very
generous. We
considerate.
really appreciate it. You're shaking me up and stuff. But the Gorkanaut is significantly better than Morkanaut, just to start off. And I actually do like strategic reserving him. I think when I do decide to put him on the table, yeah, when you're putting a rig and a wagon and him on the table, you now have threat saturation, right? Of that T10 plus. Your kill rig would end up looking like the softest target on there, so they might actually just focus on him since he's much easier to kill than a wagon or a Gorkanaut. So you do want to keep that in mind. Is it playable? Yeah, Gorkanauts are freaking awesome. They actually give you damage 3 that you're looking for. They give themselves +1 to hit on the WAAAGH. Some people choose to put a mech in there. They have 12 capacity, so if for some reason you did ingress them, and you could put it's like 10 boys in there if you really wanted to play the mission, not get out OC'd and not get murked by some kind of swarm or pushed outside the table. So no, Gorkanauts are fantastic. Actually, that's something I want to get painted up because I want to start trying like some fun mech WAAAGHs or and stuff like that. I still see that the meta has a lot of weapons for anti-vehicle and everything, so it's still a little bit too early right now, but you never know what the codex will bring. So I'm always the kind of person to advise having a well-diversely painted collection because you don't know what's going to come up. You don't want to try to jump onto something last minute. You want kind of your whole collection to be kind of at least battle ready, even if you don't finish it all. Even though we do have pictures of stuff you painted too, Snazzy Gazzy, and I know you be spending 4 hours on 10 orc boys, and they look sick, but yeah. That's something to keep in mind. But no, I love the Gorkanaut, and that's something I'm trying to get put on my list too. He's not fully painted. And speaking of John Otto is the one who sold it to me last person at the time I seen him at a GT. So I painted some of it, but it's not battle ready still. I got like the base coat down pretty much.
All right, and,
So thanks a lot, Snazzy Gazzy. Appreciate
thank you. Very kind of you.
I love the Gorkanaut.
Then Greg Gonzalez with a
There we
$10 super
go.
chat says, "Going to Clutch City, and I'm scared of the custodies. What units should I have taken?"
And you're not the only one. I mean, even very high level orc players that I speak to understand that custodes are pretty difficult for orcs as a whole. What was his name?
He was just shouting.
Oh, he said Bear Happy Crumper did a video on bearing custodes earlier today.
Yeah,
bearing.
he did a how to beat
Mhm.
custodies video earlier today.
Yeah,
I have not checked it out yet.
pretty
but I'm
much.
sure
I'm assuming things he's
forward.
going to say is one, you have to try to keep them off the objective. Obviously, if you're going to move block them or get in their way, like I was saying earlier with Mandos, that's a part of the idea there. Another thing is you kind of just got to OC them and deny them primary and not really worry about beating the crap out of them. Because once you charge into them, you will die. What it is when you do have to fight and engage with them on that WAAAGH go turn, you're going to have to selectively dissect their army and tear it apart. Because you can't kill everything, and they're going to be killing you first when they fight first. So understanding that fight and death cannot be utilized. I'm sorry, that arcane genetic alchemy to reduce damage by 1 cannot be used to counter our fight on death, meaning your knobs will still all get damaged too when you fight them. I personally bring Gaz for that reason too. And I know other people are bringing Gaz for a similar reason, and then they'll bring like Beast Bosses and Squig Hog Boys. Because Gaz would give up that nasty lethal, which helps you really put a nasty amount of wounds on those custodes. They don't have Armor of Contempt, so just volume of attacks and wounds will actually get through them. And yeah, so they're not easy. If you are both equal skilled players, chances are they have a lot of the advantages. The mission also comes into play too. It really comes down to just like when you're dealing with any other elite army. The first couple turns, if you can, you're denying primary, not throwing away your resources, scoring the secondary as much as possible. And then when it's your go turn, you take over that side of the table best you can with your killing things. Like I said, that's why I have Gaz. Because I need lethal to make sure I can put 40, 50 wounds on custodes. you're a smart custo player, they're not letting your flash gets kill them because they'll go to ground even if they're in the open or they'll be tagging cover. So I would use my flash gets to either try to pop a grav tank or to make sure I'm in range of the custodes, if I can, to give that -1 toughness to drop them to T5, which makes it so you can definitely put 50, 40 wounds on them between knobs and gas, lethal. So it does come to, if you're both skilled, the same skill, he should be able to kind of get around your abilities because he should be smart enough to block out the objective as like a circle, so you can't just walk onto it. You have to charge him. But if he's not as skilled as you, the best thing you can do is start throwing grots up the field and tuck objectives with him. The bikers, like I said, my Def Killer Wartrike actually has enough OC to out OC some custode units sometimes, so that's another reason why I brought that too. So there's no direct answer. Like I said, they're equally skilled. What their tools are, I mean, if he decided he's going to bring 15 wardens and such like that, you know, things can get hectic real quick. Understanding how to tag a unit as well. That way the characters and the unit has to be drawn apart, because if I charge the top of this unit with Storm Boys and I charge the other side of the unit with knobs, but the top of the unit where the Storm Boys charge is closer to their character, let's say Trajan or the Blade Champion, they have to pile into the Storm Boys instead of the knobs. Therefore, the attacks would go and kind of be wasted on that. So yeah, there's a bunch of different ways. And even like a kill rig, say you're playing casually, he's going to give you +1 strength, so you can actually get over that threshold and wound custodes better too. A lot of little weird answers. There's no direct answer. It really just comes down to, are you skilled enough? Are you understanding the mission enough? Are you understanding how to break up their resources enough and when to hold them and then when to actually run out and kill them, or to just deny primary and totally tiptoe around the field? But it's always going to be hard. And most of the time, custom players are just going to stand still. That's the one thing you can kind of rely on. They're not going to try to get around the map too much. The only unit that will might be their small unit of Terminators, because they will teleport. They will come down, you know, where they want to come down, probably ingress, and then they'll also get back up because they have once per game teleporting. So that's the unit they're going to use for mobilization. So if you can take down their Terminator small unit, then they have less mobility, and then they're going to have to consider coming off the objective. But if they do, they can sticky them as well. So don't forget that. So yeah, it's a skill thing, and you know, maybe I'll check out Happy Comfort video, see if I missed anything that he said. But I don't know. I don't really know what he said. I know he likes custode, so that's actually pretty funny that he's like, how to defeat me, hopefully.
Yeah, and right now they're just a meta bully right now, so it's going to be hard
against melee armies.
Any melee army.
Any melee army, they just kind of, it's not that they auto win, they just have a lot of advantages into you, and then it comes to the skill thing, right? So that's probably why I assume he's taking them competitively right now. I know he kind of does that when he plays competitively. He'll jump to custodes, so I wouldn't be surprised if he's doing that, because they are quite reliable in that way. So yeah, that's a good question though. And I'll see tomorrow, because there's a lot of custodes there, a lot of Grey Knights there, a lot of Necrons there.
Eldari, of course, like always.
Oh yeah, a ton of Eldar as well. So
yeah, I think there's 10 Eldari tomorrow.
Yep.
And, some Black Templar, they're also up there.
Yeah. And it really does come down. That's why I started considering, am I going to bring like a trash list? Going into this GT, it's really like, well, anything can happen, because the data slate changed and we don't know exactly who's going to be on top and what tools people are bringing. So I might just run into a buzzsaw. I might just run into more success than I'm expecting. So we'll see. We'll see. And I'll come back and report to you. And then I might just be like, you know what? I need more trash on my list. I might just completely change everything. I might say, you know what? No more Def Kill Wartrike. I might say I was wrong about Mandos. But I don't think so, because Mandos will help you against those armies that want to walk up to the table and gunk you up in the beginning. And they'll help with mitigate the chance of you going second. Also, Mandos don't just fall over as people assume. They do have a built-in 5-up invuln on top of stealth, on top of it being T5. So usually it takes multiple activations between units, so you can even start pulling them and have like half your unit still alive hidden inside of a building after you use them to stop infiltrators or scouts. So Mandos are just like a skill tech piece. So we'll see. I might just fail and just not do it correctly. But so far, I mean, I'm liking them for our harder matchups. So.
Well, they're great too, because you don't have to worry about moving out in the open, getting Overwatch with that rule they have.
Yep, that's what some matchups you might just walk right into those people and be like, well, I'm just gonna stand 1 inch away from you, or I'm just gonna tag your Land Raider, or I'm gonna walk up and tag your Sagittars. There you go. So that's where I was wondering too, and I decided I'll bring them, because nobody wants to be like, oh, I went second against Guard, I auto lose. Oh, I went second against Voltan. Oh, I auto lose. Oh, I went second against. It's just, yeah. So there's a lot of different reasons why I brought Mandos. It's just, can I execute with that? Oh yeah, we keep going to the picture, to the next picture too, because we have a lot of picture slides left over.
All right, now we got the Christmas grot.
We already did this. We go to the next one.
Yeah, we didn't comment on it though.
No, it was from the shop though. So.
No.
Sick though. Yeah, this is from the
Yes,
Discord
that's
though.
right. Damn,
This
I'm a fan of this blue here too.
the lining,
Yeah.
the edge highlighting on this one was solid. So what are the new chat's going on?
So I was gonna hit one over here.
Oh,
So on a lighter note, technically you can run 27 Coptas if you include the Coptas with big shooters from
yeah,
Legends.
from the Legends, right? And then if you really want to add more, you can just run Chinooks and get up to 30, right? The Copta Chinooks, and then technically they're Coptas, right? So whatever.
Your whole list is Coptas.
Your whole list is just Coptas. Those things are sick because they have extra transport capability. So imagine that. That'd be sick.
Here you go. Bad codex detachment rule idea. Flash gets battle line.
What the heck? Yeah,
That'd be
too
strong.
Freebooters idea. Maybe. I mean, Flash Gets are on their own for like 95 points or whatever. You want them to work, but they just never do. Just because their shooting is not reliable. I've thought about it. They've been on some of my SWAT teams for fun. For fun, yeah. For a codex. Oh, bad codex detachment. Yeah. Yeah. Bad. Oh, I seen he said bad codex detachment. No, yeah. Yeah. If you're talking about you definitely want, it's going to be bad. Yes, that'll be a bad one.
Yeah, for sure. And speaking of the codex too, we haven't heard anything about it. What are your thoughts on when we're gonna see that?
April.
Yeah,
I mean, I don't think GW is gonna be too quick on anything. They've been kind of slow. I mean, they used to blame COVID and they used to blame Rona. They used to blame that for the shipping delays and everything. But I think now we just understand that they get overwhelmed logistically and they're never really in a rush to get us anything.
Yeah, they've also shown a cautious approach to changing the rules.
Mm-hmm.
So I think they don't want to add too many rules and codexes into the pot, and then still have to worry about the bad and status slates. And we saw that meta watch earlier this week, where they were kind of hinting at that, like, hey, we didn't want to change Necrons and AdMech because they just came out, and we kind of want to see how it plays out. So that might be a factor in this delaying the codexes.
I think it's funny. Like, dang, man, we didn't want it to be messed up. And then you look at some of the win rates and you're like, how did these factions get to 60? And did you forget that Custodes just auto beat some melee armies if two people are equal skill level? And GW's like, yeah, we kind of forget that sometimes, even though we constantly do it every edition, the same exact thing over and over, where we don't bring the correct balance because we make very small niche factions too strong that are easy to collect.
Right.
And that's me, and I own Custodes, so I'm not trying to dog anyone. I'm saying that's part of why I got them too. They're easy to collect, easy to paint. They're a good starter army.
Yeah, we were talking about that too with the other armies that are like that, like Grey Knights, where you got to be very careful with what kind of rules you give them, because all of a sudden we're seeing Grey Knights pop up. Jack Harpster won a RTT recently. It was like 30 people at that one. I think there was 5 Grey Knight players at the GT tomorrow for you.
5
or 6?
more.
6?
6, yeah.
Yeah, 6 of them. So it's an easy army to collect, and those
Hobby
Dreadnoughts are coming out. Yeah, you just got to prime them with
prime them with a can, hit them with Null and Oil, paint their eyes blue and their swords blue, then give them a cape or something, and they're done. So yeah, and this happens constantly in the edition, where in multiple editions where GW will strengthen like Grey Knights or Custodes or Imperial Knights and such like that, and then all of a sudden they're like, whoa, we messed up the meta. I'm like, yeah, dude. Who would have thought? Yeah, who would have thought?
All right, we got Wicked Joe with the gifted 5.
Oh, with the gifted membership. Let's go, Wicked Joe. We definitely have to get you a shirt. That'll be the second time I meet you at Adepticon. That'll be, you know what I'm saying? So you got to DM me what your shirt size will be.
Yeah, let us know. What your
a little big. Remember, a little big because we see in our model Christian here, and his sharp nipples came through on that shirt. So.
And if anyone else is going out there and you guys want to tell us your size too, we meet you out there, we're gonna hand out some shirts,
and then we're gonna hunt down Morty and Glory, and we're gonna crump him because I heard he's in America, and I heard he's gonna be at Adepticon. So
let's go.
He's been really guardsy and saying that he's really excited to beat up orcs. So what's up? No, I'm just kidding, Morty. Just kidding, Morty and Glory.
All right, and then Wapo with the gifted 5.
Oh, Wapo Wop with the gifted 18 Def Copters too. Let's go, Wapo Wop. Sorry guys, I'm actually doing the hobby thing like I should. Oh, there we go.
Member for 3 months.
Yeah, that's a member flex, chat. So if you've ever been, if you're a member, you got that little badge by you. Check to see if you have a gifted. I think it's like a membership flex. I think after 3 months, you get to have like a free super chat essentially. So go ahead and yell at me, talk about my forehead like Aaron does. We'll see what's up. But yeah, Wapo with it's the rise of the green tide. Whoa, let's go.
And John's asking, are you the only orc player there?
No, there's gonna be Blake Kiltrit and Kilton.
Kittrell?
Kittrell, he's actually in our Discord too. I added him in our channel so you guys can see him too. He's bringing the same thing that he brought before to another event. He said has like double beast bosses, a bunch of trucks, no squigs, and then he has knobs. I don't think he has any squigs on his list. So he went for just beast bosses on foot, which is still awesome. I have 2 beast bosses too. I was just trying to move away from him because I took him to my last GT and RTT, so I decided I was going to drop him instead. So yeah, and I brought other stuff. So I'm totally fine with bringing him back though. Like I said, he's actually a fun tech piece, and somewhat useful tech piece for custodes and a bunch of different factions because everybody still hates dev wounds for the most part.
Oh, and another flex here from John Anto. Member for 1 month. Come see Orc McDonald's Farm Friday at Adepticon.
Oh, because you're gonna bring the whole setup, and it's funny because I have a couple of your McDonald Farm pictures in the slideshow. We can go to the next picture because we have a lot of slides, so we got to move faster through these because we're 30 minutes in on 2 slides, so we're going way too slow. That's fine. In a 40, so and then this was actually Snaggy Littletooth. Somebody bashed him up. Snaggy Littletooth is from the War Boss book. So someone made their own, gave him the snagger prod, gave him a big old shoe slugger, and said, "Here's my war boss." So that's hilarious, and you could use him as a really cool Makari if you wanted to. So Snaggy as like a different Makari in a way, right? Still lethal.
Yeah, this little orange red blend came out really good.
Indeed. Oh, look at this custom Maz. I believe this was a Mazrog.
Yeah, I think so.
He might be like I think he printed this one or something, but look at that paint job. My goodness. This went off, right?
Yeah,
dude, look at that.
Sick mount too.
That's a horrific squig. Imagine if squigs look more like that more often instead of looking like a pig from Charlotte's Web. All right, instead they look like that. That'd be awesome.
That's dope.
Yeah, that looks terrifying to be honest. Like, oh my god, I love that picture though. So what was this? What did he say? Oh, what is soup saying here?
How does it get in Canada acquire such a shirt?
Oh, David.
So give us a few weeks and we will have our shop up and we'll link it in the description. We're going to link it on the YouTube shop option too. But yeah, it's in the final stages right now, just finalizing the website. But be on the lookout. We will put a post out when it is ready and let all you gets know.
I mean, we've been going kind of hard because since we've been getting more support from everybody and everybody's so supportive and we're growing, that we've been able to kind of upgrade, get the website or the shop going, get another monitor, increase. We're going to have better presentations because we're going to have better software for that too. So yeah, thanks to you guys a lot. It really does help a lot because we just take whatever is donated and helped for the channel and we just put it back to the channel. So
yeah, thanks for being patient with us too, because this is all new for us, requiring a lot of new skills, streaming, editing, building a shop.
Yeah, I mean, that's also a part of like why you seen with my list or how you seen us putting that list together. I sometimes am just having a weird, like not a weird time, but like a difficult learning curve into creating content and being a casual, normal player and having fun with things I want to try out. And then also trying to keep my skills nice and sharp enough and high competitive enough where, you know, I showed up to a player where there was some of the best players in the area around and I'm like, I got a kill rig. And they're like, no, like, you know, like they're like, why'd you do that? You know, so it was kind of funny. So it's whatever. It's a part of the, you know, the learning curve that we all are kind of experiencing.
Yeah,
here.
It's a challenge to balance your games and all the things we do on the stream.
Yeah, but I'm getting better at it for sure.
And we got a $10 super chat from Andrew Spangler.
Oh, so you're the one. Where'd you get that, dude?
Yeah, let us know where you got that.
Yeah, let the whole chat know. Yeah.
He said, that's mine. Let's go.
Let's go. Yeah, you got to let us know where you got that, Andrew, like where the model is. And maybe if it's a print, you can put it in the channel for our Discord. We have a channel for like prints and stuff. So, or maybe you're like, no, I don't want no one else to have this. Forget you guys. So, yeah. That'd be awesome.
And a $20 super chat from G Vento. You didn't let me buy the banner, so take this.
Whoa! Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah, G Vento, I seen you in Discord too. You were showing your hobby room and you had this up. And he sent me a message directly and he was like, I'll get it for you. And like I said, we really just try to use what is already donated to us to do it as well. And I don't think we have a PO box and stuff, right? Or anything.
No, we don't have a PO box.
So it was very generous of you and I appreciated it, but it was really like, hey David, look at it, he brought this to us and this would be good on stream, which it was a good shout out. I mean, I like that wall banner. It's freaking sick. I appreciate it.
Yeah, shout out to you for giving us the idea. For
Yeah, that really did come down to
And,
you giving me the idea. Otherwise, I wouldn't even have it on there.
I'm gonna add that to my notes to work on a PO box.
Oh, PO box. Okay.
I know we get a lot of requests for that.
Random things or cool models people are good at and stuff. So yeah, I mean, so many of you guys are really good hobbyists too, or anything that I'm sure you guys would come up with really cool random niche things or even prints that would be interesting.
Yeah,
I haven't printed again. I don't print anymore that much. Well, thank you. Very awesome. Very appreciate that. You guys are very generous. Oh, David.
Worldwide shipping on them shirts. I believe so. Yes. I'll get back to you on that because I'm still actually in the final stages. So that's a feature I'd have to actually specifically look into to verify for you. But I'll keep you guys posted on that. And John also says, I want a personal DM of you rolling in the dice box.
Oh my gosh. I do have a video actually of me rolling 50 dice in my dice box at once. I'm going to bring my dice tray. So if any of you guys see this and you're at the event or any event and you see me with my dice tray, feel free, like John Otto did, run up and roll your dice in there. It's fantastic. It makes a nice sound. So that was hilarious. John Otto's like, I got this. I was playing a game versus Tyranids. John Otto ran over when he won his game, and he was like, hold on. She threw the dice in there. It was hilarious. Tyranids guy's like, what's happening, dude? Orc guys are running up, rolling dice in your tray. Like, don't worry about it. We're good.
Yeah, that's another thing that we're going to try to work and offer you guys in the shop. So you guys can pick one up, too, if you guys want one. And relating to this next chat, you guys got to do wall tactics objective markers.
I know, dude.
Yes,
I want
that
to
is
take
something
those.
we have in mind as well.
Yeah, I need one, dude.
Yeah, we need to get you some.
That'd be awesome. But we're gonna have the edited picture of me and Mr. Two together on it. That would be that would be us on there. Hilarious.
And then just real quick, Andrew Spangler verifying it is a 3D print.
Oh,
we'll share it in the Discord.
Okay, it was a 3D print. That's sick. Okay,
Nice.
It might be a purchased one because I have a couple of mine that are purchased and it's worth it.
And the fighting fedora. Everyone, mail Davis some orcs so he can hang with the cool kids.
Damn.
Oh, I'd love to hang out with you guys.
Damn. He David is over here. He thought when he picked up Wolfen, he thought they were orcs. That's the thing. He thought they were orcs. So
I mean, they played like orcs.
Yeah, there's a couple of guys in there. We were just having a conversation today on Discord. Someone's playing orcs and they're like, Wolfen feel a lot like orc boys. I'm like, yeah, but they're much faster and they actually get a save.
Yeah, they're way more durable. 4 up, 6 up.
Hey, we get a 2OC. So be careful.
That's true.
Be careful, dude. I can stand on the objective and you do nothing.
No, but if none of us are standing on the objective, then I win.
If nothing's alive, nothing's alive. Some leftover thing might come stand on it late game.
All right, let's do some more pictures and then I'll hit the chats up.
Yeah.
As they accumulate. And we got
I appreciate the truck.
Yeah.
So we had to get the
It's
truck.
always good to see some yellow in there.
Yeah.
It's a hard color to paint with.
That's I think something you guys should at least not should know, but something that I personally noticed of myself is even though none of my stuff is yellow and I don't paint yellow, I greatly appreciate yellow orcs. I don't know what it is. It just sticks with me. So I got one of my little coins ready to go.
Bam.
Chest wounds. All right, so that's what you guys are doing. That's why I keep looking down. Trust me, I'm paying attention.
And then this is a grot banging out.
Let's go. This is a grot banging out. Let's go. He's rocking. Yeah, I know he's rocking out. This was in the hobby stream too. I just thought he was a unique, cool model.
Yeah, that's awesome.
I don't know exactly what it was being used at, and I don't really care. I just think he looked pretty cool. Like, where did you even get this? So yeah, a lot of interesting models that people put together. And I didn't put any of them that weren't painted already. But if you guys have your stuff you're hobbying up, and it's a kit bash too, you guys should DM me because I'm more likely to retain it and see it. Even though some of these pictures, I did scroll back like 2 months worth of hobby chat to see some of these. So I did look for more pictures than what was DM'd at me. I'm just saying I'm more likely to see it if it's DM'd at me.
All right, we got some flash.
Yellow
kids.
flash kids. That's what I'm saying.
I like this yellow too. It's a little different.
Yeah, it's like a dark, dirty yellow, but still bright enough that you definitely can tell it's yellow.
You're right.
Right. So I mean, a lot of you guys are just super good at hobbying and painting, which is why I like doing these too.
These are some clean bases too. I just noticed.
Yeah. I mean, I have my flash kits and they are not clean like that. I'm just gonna say, okay. I'm not gonna show them to you. I'm just saying that they're not clean like that because you did all the weapons, like the brass on the guy at the right. He would be considered more of the sergeant, I guess, or he used to be. And like and then you see the guys with like their face, their eyes, and their hats. So you can see he did go through and do all the detail on that. If anything, this picture doesn't even have enough light to show all the detail. But if you look closely, you can see
Right.
he did do all that. Mine are not that nice. So
Yeah, that's all. I don't have the patience to do all that on my models. All right, we got Gaz right here.
and of course, I love me some gas. You know, I love me some gas. So we got several gases that were sent in to me. So I picked a couple of them, and then there'll be more gases. Like I said, if you don't see yours, you will be most likely on the next stream. So I'm always pay attention. And yeah, I'm a personal gas lover. So
I guess those flash kids belong.
yo,
to
that's me kids.
Spencer.
Cash my grits.
Right,
Yeah,
Snick Rod over here.
the new Snick Rod.
Nice.
Yeah, I don't have
Oh,
that
it was-
model. I have the old one, which is still fine. I'm just saying that this one looks sick. They make him kind of stand up in the big old head.
Yeah, he looks bigger. That's the first thing I noticed. He's got that nice V shape going too.
Yeah, my Snick Rod, the old one's kind of like.
You see me?
Like that, you know? So I like him too. I'm just saying he does look much different in his pose.
He did a real good job on the face and with the eyes and just the highlighting of the features.
And the coloration of the muscle, like in the skin, like
Right.
that. How people make it look kind of Shrekish green. I don't know how to say, like they give it the olive color and the green color. I like when people do that. It makes it look like more lively, actual kind of skin. It's really, really nice when guys do that. And then how you pull off the gray pants with the white shading, that was just awesome. How it makes it look kind of natural.
Oh yeah.
And then
Yeah,
another
there's
gas, but
another
this one's
gas.
edge highlighted like a Movo with Macari. Everybody knows Macari's the real deal. He'll on this
There you
this data sheet. Macari is the one who brings the true value.
Yeah, that's awesome.
And then he did the back. Oops. And the background. I like when people add the backgrounds from their models and their buildings and such. Just gives it like a nice little theme.
Mm-hmm.
Nice
Little
little theme.
diorama.
Little diorama. Which we do have a couple pictures of people with stuff like that too.
Oh, and I just noticed the blue edge highlighting.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He's all edge highlighted up, and at first you don't notice, but that's what really gives him all like his cool detail to his armor. Otherwise, he just looks like a big thickness.
The thing that caught my eye right away was the green on the face and the teeth here.
He
airbrushed that?
I don't know. You're right though. It's kind of like it's a green energy coming out of him, and he decided to put it like that. Yeah, I know you guys like buggies. I know you guys like buggies, so I had to throw some buggies up in here that I've seen in the chat because people are putting awesome buggies. I am one of you guys. Trust me. If you guys see the pictures I did post, I posted mostly buggy pictures. Is what I actually posted. Because I'm a fan of the buggies too. They're really cool models. Really good to paint when they get nice and hobbied up on. Really fun to see on the table. I do like mechs too and everything, but like. I don't know. Something about Def Dreads I'm not in love with anymore. Killicans, I still like Killicans, but Def Dreads, maybe I'm just annoyed at GW making them like T9 and like 8 wounds, you know, and they just keep making them kind of instant one-shot last cannons for like 3 editions, but that's okay.
Right.
GW, I see you. So yeah, but buggies are sick. I don't know if we get good rules this edition, but there's always a chance for an awesome speed walk. I mean, GW is getting so many different factions, auto advance 6 and in like assured movement. I assume a orc detachment of some sort will have some kind of movement shenanigans too.
Yeah, they need it for sure.
Yeah. Right now we play a very direct, simple game of Warhammer, fair and simple, which is fun.
Yeah, that's a good point that you mentioned. A lot of armies in this edition gained a lot of mobility
and assured outcomes.
Yeah, and
a lot of different factions in this one have assured outcomes, and I'm not used to seeing that throughout 40K as a whole as much as it is now. Like you didn't have, I assuredly move 6 and I have a ton of different miracle dice and I have all these different auto damages and I can re-roll my damage, my hit, and my wound for this data sheet just built in, or, you know, I always get +1 damage, or I can advance and charge throughout the whole game. Like those used to be kind of rarer rules and now they're very common all throughout the game. So we'll see. Right? Or 4 up, feel no pains.
Right. Yeah.
4 up, feel no pains, 2 up, invulns. Those used to be like super rare rules, and now it's just kind of like, yeah, they're there.
4 up, feel no pain for you. 4 up, feel no pain for you.
Half damage and a 4 up, feel no pain for you, or with a 5 up, sorry, in the Catan case.
Yeah, right. Oh, then we got War Boss and Mega Armor.
Traditional. And then look at the skin is what I was thinking is kind of different here for me. For me.
Gross got a pretty red nose.
Yeah.
Reminds me of a Tactical Tortoise.
Oh my god. Did you just go there?
Yeah, I did go there.
Oh my god.
It's all love, man. I watch his channel all the time.
Yeah. Oh
for some reason,
he's gonna try to fight us
red.
now. Tactical Tortoise is gonna try to fight us now,
I
dude.
think he gets out of out of a hot shower before you stream.
Yeah.
I don't know why that nose is always
no,
red.
that's what happens when you play TTS a lot. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
He's always pinching your nose.
No. It's out of stress. No, dude, we're totally like Tiger Tortoise a lot. We watched his channel way before we made our channel. So we're just joking. He's an OG.
We got.
Did you just say that growl looks like Tiger Tortoise? Stupid. I did not tell him to say that. You guys just did it on his own.
Yeah, my bad.
That was awesome.
I don't know. You want to come? Is this a custom model?
I think this is. Oh man, I don't know if this is a custom model. I was thinking that too. It looks like someone's different, like a chrome black model or something like that. I don't think it's custom. I think somebody bought it like a third-party model. I think if I had to guess.
All right, then we got a question for someone new here. Kirk Fleeman Gravel.
Yeah, you can read it.
I'm new to the game and still learning. I heard there's some kind of strategy where you start the game with Zodgrod in a truck. After scout, you can then disembark the truck. Can you then move a unit?
Once the truck moves, if it scouts, yes, because scouting happens before essentially your turn starts, right? So what happens is dedicated transport adopt the scout keyword. So you can't do it with the battle wagon. It has to be just our dedicated transports, which is the truck, and then the big track, which is a forge-rolled model. So you put Zod in there. He will do his scout movement. Then you can disembark him from there because technically the truck has not moved yet, and then you can move him as normal, right? But if you move the truck again after it's scouted, like you started your movement phase, and then he disembarks, he can't do anything. He's just gonna stand there now. He's not gonna move again. So yes, you got that down, and that's why the rules is like that, because dedicated transports can do that. So you're not doing that with any other transport than the two I just stated. But yeah, Zod is pretty awesome. People like doing that shenanigan, setting him up, getting him in there, because if you do that, then you have the truck kind of staged, and someone else can jump in it, right? So you can end up having someone else on foot move up and jump into the wagon once those guys have gotten around.
And the orcs don't have a lot in their index of that type of scout or infiltrate, something to get you up the board early.
He's the only scout right now.
Yeah, he's the only scout, and there's only one option for infiltrate.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you only have two options for getting out on the board early.
Yeah, and a lot of different factions are doing that right now, dude.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Like if you haven't played Dark Eldar, that Beastmaster, if they go first, they can just throw them up and stand on the whole side of the table and just totally move block you while the rest of the Eldar army positions. It's pretty interesting.
Yeah, you don't want to be on the back foot early.
Yeah, I think that's usually bad for orcs if you get put on the back foot like that. We like to set, where the engagements are happening. We like to stage. We like to put the pressure. So if you start doing that to us, it kind of spreads our army apart sometimes and causes us to react, and it's not really great,
And Chad's letting us know that's a OG Metal Mando.
Yeah, well, I think John said that, right? Yeah, of course, John's an OG himself, dude. Yeah. That guy has so much of everything. He was joking with me about how he has so many of the same models and such. That's what happens when you're a long-time orc collector. You just get a bunch of things and you know them all. And
I guess the small base should have given it away.
Yeah, I was wondering. That was one of my guesses, but I thought it could have been an older Chrome-like model. I think that guy looks awesome. Really,
he does.
He looks super good.
Yeah,
super good. Also, the paint job made him look exceptional.
Mm-hmm. All right, and we got a war boss here.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, this is
the one thing I'm going to say before anybody brings it up, I know that he's missing his attack squig. That's what you were going to bring up. He is missing his attack squig. But other than that, love his facial features, his weird bruising arm and his muscle, like he's really swole and it's just bulging out of him. Real interesting skin. And then I really like that blue. I don't know what blue that is, but really good. And he still brought the petter. Huh? Oh my god! And he put the blue on the nails. No, it's actually the pants. I'm really into pants. Into his pants as well as what was the other thing? His checker shoulder is what I was going to point out. But he still brought the checker. Some people will be like, no, that's just for goths. I don't know. I think orcs in general putting checker stuff looks sick. I have some random checker stuff too. Very good blue. Very good war boss. That skin cannot be underappreciated how that went. Because I definitely don't paint him that sick.
And we got this is the original one, right?
Yeah, this is the kill rig. I'm pretty sure this is Daggers, because I'm familiar with this paint scheme. And yeah,
this is custom though, right? This barrel.
Yeah, I think he just put that barrel in there on his
awesome.
own.
I like that. Nice little touch. What's in there, Daggers? Let us know.
It's the fuel for the war boy. It's like his leftover discharge, I think, from his psychic energy. We'll just assume that. I'm gonna assume that.
So it's a porta potty.
I guess.
You said discharge.
Yeah, I meant maybe from his brain, you know. So yeah.
We'll move on. And we got Battle Wagon here.
There's this.
Oh,
The same blue. This I think he had several pictures. Sometimes you guys share pictures. You might see that I hit you up and ask you for closer up pictures or some kind of detailed pictures. And some of you guys, you join the Discord. I actually send Discord. I send a DM to anybody who joins the Discord saying hello. So if you haven't checked, I might have already DM'd you when you join the Discord right away. So check that out too, because I always say hello to everybody so we can all get familiar.
And Daggers let us know it's psychic toxic waste.
So yeah, it is. See, discharge from the word boy. David thought he was pooping on there. What the fuck?
All right,
What the heck, man?
I was gonna say anyway. This blue it pairs really well with this off white too.
That's a good point. The off white is okay. You're right. That's actually what pushes it over. You're right. That dirty off white that there is, that is what makes it look exceptional. Because if that was some other color, I don't know how much I'd like it. But the white is what helps that blue really pop and hold its place.
Yeah, great job, man.
Yeah, normally you see like a darker blue, like a Descal's blue. This is just a different kind of light blue, but it doesn't look so clean that it feels like a towel yet. You know, because that's the thing. Whenever I see too clean of blue, I assume a towel for some reason. Yeah, this is a kit bash. I'm pretty sure he was kit bashing up a Mork Orkanaut or a Mecha Dread. Yeah, one of those two. He didn't tell me what it was, but I could tell by the orc face and the grot sticking off of it. You know, because of how big it is, and the base he's using though, it's most likely a Gorkanaut.
Right. Yeah,
I'm assuming Gork / Mork, possibly Mork. I'm just gonna go for the Gork because it has a big chop on it. More for melee, you know.
Yeah, it's a fit Gork.
Oh, he said.
Oh, too clean from my orcs, in my opinion.
It might just be the picture, but I get it. Some people have some really like my orcs are really dark, to the point that I might end up making them a little bit brighter. And I know some people go for really bright, which I think on the table when you have bright models, I actually like that because then you can see it from far away, especially if you're a taller git or with stuff on the table. It really brings out your army when it's a little bright. Of course, when you get close to it, you're like, maybe it's too bright. But when it's on the table and you're like, 2-3 feet away from that model, it still looks really good and it still pops. That's the one upside to clean models.
Oh. Speaking of a nemesis, I just noticed the other models in the background.
Oh, yeah, Custodes?
Some Custodes.
Some Tarmus? Yeah. I should add them out. Just kidding. Just kidding.
And Wapple. Daka. I'm a Bad Moons fan.
I have a whole dice of 50 Bad Moon dice. And like John Otto was saying about my dice rolling video of my dice tray, I usually just roll my my Bad Moons dice on there because I have so many. So yeah, that's what happens.
All right, Cal says, hey, to be fair, all ramshackles leave the mech boy shop clean at first.
Do they? I thought mech boys were dirty, dude. I thought mech boys were just super sloppy and messy. All that oil and smoke and pieces of grots everywhere. I just assume they're still dirty. Like,
it was a reasonable.
It's a reasonable thought, right? Very considerate big mech.
Oh, we got some grots with the runt herder. Oh, look at this runt herder.
I know. I had to bust this one out, dude. Really nice grots. And that reminds me of the time I painted all my grots up, and I was happy to do their belt buckles, and I was happy to do their weapons, and then no one noticed for months. And then I had to just straight up, hey, man, when you pick up my grots, look at his belt buckle. I just started telling people, when I was new to the hobby. Like,
oh, dude, this Squiggle looks possessed almost.
Possessed?
Yeah. But I like it.
He's super happy for eating grots all the time.
He's possessed by some chaos.
He did give his grots a nice little red tone with you can see the bandanas are red. Keep that up. I like identifying grot squads differently based off how they're dressed. I like doing that too. So I do advise that. I also ended up painting their bases a little bit because when I'm organizing them and I drop 33 grots on the table, I got to kind of organize them quickly.
All right, we have another Gazzy.
Very clean though. Look at that. Talking about what was clean. This ain't clean at all. You can see you can't even see the checkers clearly because it's so not clean.
It's dirty clean.
That's a dirty boy. I like the rust look on his back, the big pipes, the green. He's a bit more of like that darker green, like Gaz himself, even though you can only see his face.
Right.
You can see he's actually a little bit dark in this one. The red tone. This is like a red version of Goff's is kind of what it looks like to me. But, I don't think anybody should really care to exactly paint to a clan anymore, since GW kind of moved away from clans anyways. They moved towards attachment rules. So you can make your own version of it, or if you really, really love one, faction, something like this. Actually, I mean, some clan, something like this kind of makes sense, where you're like, it does have a goth inspiration, but it's still its own thing. Kind of what it looks like to me, at least. Very cool, very sick. I like that, and I like when people do the traditional gas, like box art gas. I think that's really good.
And here we have a showcase of someone's army.
Ooh, that's daggers. You took a picture of all of it, and I'd shown it before. That's pretty huge because in the back you can see he has the big head boss bunker, and on the left that's like a Gorgon out there, some battle wagon stuck in the middle. A lot of things. You would probably want to take a closer picture because it's hard to see since everything's yellow. But next to that, on the far left, you can see that walker. That's like a Morkanot. Next to it is their Gargantuan Squiggoth. So just to give you an idea of how big this collection is, the Gargantuan Squiggoth looks kind of small and it's hard to see on there. And that battle wagon's just drowned inside of all that. So pretty hefty collection, very well painted with that like yellow but a dirty yellow look.
Right. Oh, we were talking about bright colors earlier.
Captain Badrock, very unique version of
Some
Captain
real flashy
Badrock.
gets
Yeah,
here.
I had to show this one, even though the flash kits weren't done yet. I really just wanted to show the Badrock for the most part. I thought he was actually pretty sick.
This is dope. It
for the
looks like they
different
just
look.
walked into a rave. I'm looking at the base here. And kind of just looks like
He
dance
popped.
floor.
He popped all the mollies. Yeah, that's why he turned that color, dude. No, it's. Yeah,
That's
I
sick,
thought he
though.
was sick.
I
Yeah.
like it.
In what I like about it is if you look at the box art, Captain Badrock, he is kind of random and weird all over the place.
Oh, is he?
Yeah, he's
Well,
black,
they're
but
flashy, right?
yeah,
That's
they're
like kinda-
flash kits. They're mostly be flashy. So,
showing off.
So pretty much, this dude's definitely showing off after all the PCP he dropped. No, I'm just kidding.
Omar is. The flash kits are power.
Yeah, they're
Rangers.
looking like Power Rangers for real. But I thought that was pretty cool
Yeah, that's
because he
sick.
kept the color skin gray. Unique looks. That's what's cool about orcs, dude. You guys can do them however you want. I've have some of my models, like my gas, is just straight up box art. I just wanted him to be exactly traditional, nice and goth like. And then other stuff I has is just straight up however I wanted it, or a kit bash. So it really comes up to you. I can see when people take named or epic characters and make them to the box art, though. My Maz is kind of close to the box art. Yeah, I'm a fan of boys. I'm a fan of boys. I should say, just because I like to cause some controversy, I know when Beastnaga's boys first popped out, I was actually kind of annoyed because I thought they weren't different enough between normal boys and knobs. So in that case, I was like, oh, but I've always loved boys, just having boys, infantry, green tide, stuff like that. If GW eventually just makes Beastnaga boys just like a boy, and like a data sheet and just let them look freaking awesome, that's cool. Because when it comes to how cool the model is, yeah, very cool. I like each Beastnaga boy. They look swole, very muscular, cool poses, nice drab on them and everything. But I'm just a straight up orc boy fan. I'm just a green skin fan. So I'm the kind of person right now where I'm like, why are you leaving my boys at T4 or strength 4? I mean, you're leaving them as not T4, but strength 4. Yeah. So love beast snagas. That's why a lot of the time you'll see me put boys, snagas, and boys just straight up in pictures because you don't have to be an OP model or a super sick custom model for me to appreciate how they look. So that's how I feel about that. Really good metallic look. Whenever I see this kind of metallic look on orcs, I actually really like it. This was one of the first ways I wanted to paint my orcs. It was like a metallic look with just green.
Right. It has like almost like a bronze. Maybe it's just the flash of the camera.
No, they definitely put like
They
a
have a bronze,
brass,
right?
like a brass or bronze. He definitely did put that on there.
Yeah, that's awesome.
I like when people do that because really it is true. A lot of the stuff they're using is leftover metal bits of trash or leftover rusted or something that they've used a bunch of times and now got deteriorated. So yeah, I actually really do like when people do that.
And Mr. Two says, I'd rather have knobs and mega knobs be more unique looking.
Yeah,
Man, they are just too stale baseline.
Dude. Mega knobs look like poop.
They could do so much better with mega knobs.
Mega knobs look terrible, dude. Terrible.
They look like they're walking around in cardboard boxes.
I'm gonna get you in my. That's why they have 2 attacks, bro. Because they look like that. GW is like, oh, dude, this guy can't have more than 2 attacks, man. He could barely move.
It would take 5 turns to get a third attack.
Only on the WAAAGH, So no, I definitely feel that way. Mega knobs just horrible. Knobs, they can get like that Primera streamer. They get a little bit bigger, a little bit more swole, maybe dynamic poses.
Yeah. I'd like them to uniquely stand out from normal boys.
Yeah, because
like to at least to like a non-orc player.
Yes, to a non-orc player. And I mean, even Snaggas, I mean, they got like bigger pose. You can see in these pictures right here, a Snagga next to a boy. That boy on the right next to the Snagga in the middle is actually the knob of the unit. That's why he has the power claw, right? So why is he like the same size as the Beast Snagga boy? Oh, it's an older model. That's why. So when you do the knobs, I want them to be big, like even bigger than that Snagga knob that you see right there in the middle. You know, I want them to look kind of like a bully boy / Scar boy type size.
And it looks more natural too, I guess, to the human body, where like these boys, their necks are like where our middle of our chest are.
That's where we're supposed to be. That's where it's supposed to be, bro. You guys with me? You know, and that's that never really bothered me actually, dude. You know how many times my models didn't break because they were hunched over like that when I used to first collected orcs? I just remember when I used to just show up with the cardboard box full of orcs. I'd be like, everybody pull out their models and be like, here's my this.
I was looking like,
and then I'm like,
what are you doing to your models?
Yeah, I'm like, oh, there we go, 90 boys on the table, just moving around. That's what I used to do. Sorry, guys. I know some of you guys like, oh, when I first got in the hobby, I was a brute. So it is what it was. But I eventually learned to love my boys. They just never broke, though, was my point.
Then Wapo's asking, what are you painting, Eddie?
Oh, well, I was painting these coins because I didn't want them. I didn't want to not have my battle shock token. Sorry, it was horrible. So I just got them a little bit ready. Purple, green, black rim, boom. I got 4 of those up. I based a couple of my Mandos, even though we were just joking about how the breacher never hits anything. I got a couple of my Mandos. That's not a good look, but here are a couple of my Mandos. I need to get their base colored right now. So I'm getting those Mandos a little bit caught up. And then I do have my knob wall banner out here. If I do get around to him, he's not ready. He's not done. He's just kind of 2 colors right now. So I was getting them warrior ready. I do have a bunch of all my stuff that is ready for the tournament is already done. So there's no really last minute things, just these 2 Mandos. And in reality, I could just take other boys and be fine that are already done.
All right. Mr. 2, 100% a reason why I printed megas. Also have bought Age of Sigmar brutes to kit bash them into megas. And Eddie did something similar with the 3D printing models. I think these look way better than
Yeah, I have a couple of mega knobs too that I printed like this, you would say, right? They look, oh, that's horrible. Kind of like little gazes, right? They look like little versions of Gaz. I printed these out for that reason. I hated mega knobs. The difference is these guys are significantly bigger, so they get shot way easier. So at an event, you will take punishment for being bigger.
Yeah. And then joke's on you, all my Chaos Warriors was metal. So I just make a big dent in the table if I empty them all over.
It just hits the ground like makes an indent like a meteor.
And here's another Captain Badrook. He's got what is it?
Pretty sure that's WAAAGH days because he sent it to me personally, and I was really impressed because this is a resin model. If you guys don't know the actual one, or metal, so they're just crappy to paint in my opinion. And you can see he still went through and on that Badrook weapon, he did the actual munitions, but he also did plates on the side with stripes and everything. So he went over the top there.
Yeah, that's real detailed.
Super. Each one of those little things he was hitting with detail, and I'm like, dude. Even that hat has multiple colors: a yellow trim lining with a little bit blue in the background, and then the little metals on the side of his hat. Everything was done.
He's just got so much going on this model.
He didn't make
even his banners.
It doesn't look cluttered. It doesn't look cluttered, but somehow he still gave detail to everything. So I was really impressed.
Oh, another $5 super chat from Zekshuk. I still just dump on my boys onto the table, then just throw down a knob and a rocket boy. Irritates the heck out of other players.
It does, dude. I never understood that. When I first started, I would do that all the time. I was just like, here's my guy. Even when I go to the tournament this GT tomorrow, do you think my grots are put nicely on some kind of tray or something? Like, I'm gonna be real with you guys. My grots are just all in a box where my trucks are, and whenever I get to the table, I'm like, and I drop the grots on the table and I just quickly move them to the side. Mind you, I have the chess clock and I still play with everything on a time limit. I just like doing that. People are like, oh, when they see me do that. Yeah, fine, we're orcs. So
thank you for that.
I get with that.
Oh, some Storm Boys. These are some
Clean, metallic looking Storm Boys.
Yeah. This color scheme throws my eyes off so much that they almost seem like different models from the original ones.
Yeah, I love how they look. I
they're
love
sick.
these Storm Boys models. Are so cool. Storm Boy models are always slept on for how much detail they get. They got grots sticking out the back of their jump packs, hanging off the sides. The dudes have grenades in their mouth, everything like that. They do a great job with these guys. I mean, this guy on the right side, you can see he's a metal face. Like they're kitted up almost like knobs with how cool they are with their custom things they have on them. The grots sticking out of their turbine engines and things like that. Yeah, they're just an orc boy with a jetpack. So,
right. Yeah, and with the dark black pants and color scheme and towards the bottom, maybe he's not finished, but it at least makes the faces and the tops pop out more. I like that.
Hell yeah. I had to put them on there. I know some people are like only cool, awesome centerpiece models, but I appreciate when anybody takes time to put into any of their cool orc models like that. Meganobs are just Storm Boys are just one of those models that I think is always kind of slept on for how cool the actual kit is. You like that? I went for these Mandos, dude. These dusty, ashy gray Mandos. I actually really like that. I really do. I have my pale white skin, dusty skin biker knob, and then I decided I wasn't going to do my whole army like that, but I came up with something similar when I started painting too, and I actually like that he did a whole unit like that. It kind of adds to the fact that they're stealth and trying to be sneaky. I know purple would be more of the way to go. I paint purple, but I appreciate he did this, and this is really a part of his theme. I've seen several stuff from his army actually this color or similar color, so he's going for a theme here, and I just liked it.
Yeah, it's very unique. I like it. Sick.
It works. Like I don't know how you still make the details stick like that. You only put a little bit of green on their like facial features and turn their. Maybe you can see his cuffs are a little darker. Maybe his pants are a little darker here. It takes just a different eye and edge highlighting to do something like this.
And somehow he got this yellow to work on with the scheme too.
That's what I mean. I'm like, I liked it though. I was like, oh, I like this one. So I put.
That's impressive.
Yeah. At first I was like, is this done? I think yeah. He might little things here and there. He might want to still add, but for the most part, that's done. Yeah.
Yeah, shoot a boy.
Dude, look at his face. Come on, dude. That's sick as heck.
Yeah, dude.
Freehand markings on his face like that.
Oh, right.
Come on, dude. And then he has the red left over from like the residual blast from his shooter going off is giving it like a flash. Man, that guy made the action pose and made it very dynamic like that. I'm very impressed. I was very impressed when I seen this. The fact that you would take that much effort into an orc boy, especially an orc boy with the shooter. You're my hero. I love my boys, and I love when people actually take time to paint them up real good. That's why you can see a couple of these pictures on here have been different versions of orc boys. You know, you see the dark metallic ones. You see one like this where he's just straight up kind of bright green. His weapon's kind of bright actually too, and then he has a hand, just free-handed facial paint on. I mean, that's sick. It's kind of like a checkered, but on his head.
Yeah, it's taken it to the next level.
Yeah, dude, come on, that's just one orc boy. So yeah, and I think he has actually more of them than I showed on here. I think I have one more of that is his. That just looks so. I had to give it love. Also giving love a kill tank. I know some of you guys are big fans of kill tanks, right? Kill tanks, that Forge World model, throwing thunder hammers down the field. If you're looking at this Giga cannon, this is not the Giga cannon, but looking at the cannon they have is sick. I appreciate that. Yeah, guys, I'm putting up my little models right now, a little bit more here and there. So if you see me looking down, that's what I'm doing. Yeah. What's up? Purple, pink, blue, kill rig, and that really, really bright green. So on the total opposite spectrum, like we were talking about, you put a couple of these on the table, everyone's catching that eye. Everything looks super dynamic and big. If you get close to them, you're like, what is happening? But really, this looks sick. At first, I was like, what? When the person posted it, I really like it. You can see they went through and they added a little bit of that dirty grunge to like the big squig mount's mouth, his nails. They put a little bit rustic on the metal parts that are holding the turret weapons together. They put the blood saw right there, and then they put the blade splattering to the back of the actual Gargant squig off. Yes, so it looks like it's actually cut something and ran through it. So I thought that was sick. And I did paint the grot and the bomb squig, just so you know, for my Mandos. Yes, I did. Even though they're tokens, I did paint them. So get a shout out for that. John, all my bomb squigs are painted. Yeah. Now I'm like, you know what? I should go in there and change my loadouts, make sure I'm okay. And if they get mad at me, I'll be like, oh, well, oops. No. Oh, well, that's my fault. Got it. You know, when things are your fault, you just got to kind of take it, guys. You know, hurt my feelings, but it's fine. It's on me. Yeah, Def Killer Wartrike with another Captain Bad Rug. Let's go. I'm liking all the blue I'm seeing today. Blue's making a comeback or something for my orcs. I didn't realize it.
Yeah, it looks like it.
Blue's making a comeback, dude. A lot of people are sticking to darker colors or red or black for Goths or Snakebite type of thing because all the Beast Snagger boys. But it looks like blue just making its comeback around here. Different. We've seen bright blue, the dark blues. I like that. Who doesn't like blue? I think the son of Rust does over here.
Oh yeah, I'm a big blue fan, especially the gray blue. Oh, speaking of blue,
let's go and let's see another blue. And this is totally not. This is a different blue completely again.
Blue.
And this is the olive green color of the orc that we're kind of seeing, right?
Mm-hmm.
Do you guys paint your orcs a bit like an olive color, or do you guys go for like a dark green, or you go for like a bright cartoonish green? What kind of colors do you guys paint your orc skins?
Yeah, let us know.
Mine's a bit darker. I mean, like I showed you here for my dude, he's Mando. He's kind of just dark. Yeah, I don't get it's not focusing very well, but you can see he's not very bright in any regard. I like to do like a purple, a blue, a little bit of a gray type thing going on. That's kind of like my paint scheme. And this is a custom designed kill rig. And at first you're like, what's going on? Pay attention. That giant crane he has there is literally holding the Wereboy. So the Wereboy was shooting his auto las cannon. It's probably because he put him like 3 inches in front of you and just shot it in your face. So this is really sick. He has the kill saws hanging out the side. You can tell those are like kill cam bits in the front of it that he made it fun. He put the boys on the side of it. So he stuffed the boys on the side. You can see he was still kind of working in progress on this. So I would like to see it when it's totally painted a little, maybe more. I can't tell, or maybe just closer pictures of it so we can get devil details. But it looked pretty much done to me. So I was like, we're going for this. You can see it's still on the hobby table. That's why I wasn't sure. But I was like, I think this is good. I'm putting this. I think this is done. So if it's not, my bad. But I thought it was pretty much done. I thought it was sick, unique. The fact that you're putting the crane on the Wereboy and he's held up in the air, suspended, just kind of like, I'm gonna shoot you. No, that's just hilarious, dude. I thought it was sick. I just thought it was awesome. It is sick. Yeah.
I'm just wondering where all the discharge goes in this one.
Oh my god, it's in those green. He's duking out the bottom, and those yellow.
Don't get an engagement range in this model.
We're getting engaged. It does. In those yellow syringes, David. Damn it! Why is David so preoccupied with that, guys? Oh my god.
All right, let's move on. Oh, hilarious. I like this blue a lot too.
Which one? Oh, there we go. Another death skull. Look at that. I think this is the same person because what they did to their lip. It seems like they keep doing that to the orc lip. But I'm in the base, but I still love it, dude.
The edge highlight looks different.
Yeah, maybe he went for more checkered on this orc boy specifically, but the gun, dude, put that much effort into your orc boys.
Right.
How could you not want to run 20 orc boys? You know what I mean? How could you not want to run like a big list?
You can even see the vein pop out here. You see that vein right here?
Yeah, dude. He did that. That's freaking sick. It's the same. It has to be the same guy because of the lip and everything, but in the base. But if maybe he did even better on this one. I don't know. But yeah, you can see the veins. How do you get the veins to come out on that, dude?
That's a very steady hand with that dry brushing.
Yep. Very impressive.
Even darkened the ear here. That's next level right there. That's attention to detail.
Oh, you're right. He did. I didn't even notice that, dude. It's so attention to detail. My eyes can't even notice it. Such a Neanderthal. It is. Oh, it looks like it's someone in our Discord, actually, or someone right here in our chat that was his.
Yeah, those boys are mine.
Same person. Yeah, they are. Okay. I thought so. They're sick, dude. I love that. I love boys. I love me some basic boys.
And what's going on here?
What were they saying?
I do different ones for Knob Boys, Beast Snaggers, and characters. And I do Hog Riders, different tones. I have them all written down. Oh, that's a smart gear right there. Writing down your paint schemes.
Oh, yeah. Dude, I didn't paint down. I didn't write down enough of mine. I didn't write down for my basing and stuff, so it's all the same and everything. But yeah, there's some things I painted, and I'm like, how did I do that? And I never did it again. What?
Fighting Fedora.
What do you say now?
Wolves are always sniffing around the butts.
There you see. There you go. Thank you, Fedora. Someone got it in finally. Yeah, dude. I'm like, why are you so? What's going on, dude? Where's that booty? What that booty do every time he sees a kill rig? I've never once thought about that. David,
help it, man.
Just twice, dude. Twice, dude. God, dude. You and Aaron are best friends, dude. Aaron be doing the same thing.
Yeah, hit me up, Aaron.
Yeah,
Maybe
dude.
we can collab on
Immediately, dude. He's like,
that Love WAAAGH
yeah.
shirt, idea.
Dude, he's over here like looking at Christian's nips when we show off the shirt.
Nips and hips.
Yeah, it wasn't like nice shirt. It was like nice nips, bro. I'm like, wait, what's going on? Or Christian.
And then
This
I'm still trying
is
to figure out what's
a
going on.
super sick model. This is Tuska Demon Slayer.
Oh, okay.
Amazing. So this is from our boy, I think Jay Hugh, or what this is, guys, is he took Tuska Demon Slayer. So if you don't know who he is a orc that pretty much got very turned up, decided that he was going to run into the Eye of Terror, start crumping everybody in the Eye of Terror. Then he ran into Corn Demon, and then he fought this Corn Prince Demon on a Corn world, one of Corn's worlds, and he took his balls off, and that's exactly why he's literally holding balls in this model figure. If you look at the very front, it's model balls on the chain. He did that on purpose. It's outrageous, fantastic, and he uses it as a beast boss on Squigosaur.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he uses it. So imagine you're just running around. There's this dude just murking a demon prince on top. Like, I'm a beast boss. Hold up, I got this. Like, that's fantastic.
Oh, imagine just the look on people's faces when you show up to the table with this.
You're like, what is that, dude?
Like, whoa, I thought I was playing orcs here.
I call this ball snatcher. Like, like, right away, dude. Like, hey, man, I'm trying to have a casual game. What are you doing? No, I love that. Fantastic. Actually, I've seen a lot of different people in like Facebook and such. Different Facebook groups were noticing this model too, like a bunch of Facebook groups and stuff like that.
Oh, really?
Yeah, a lot of different Facebook groups are like, bro, what's up with this Tuska model I'm seeing here? Yeah, so this model, don't be surprised if you see it other places, because it was catching a lot of people's attention. Everybody loves Tuska. If you don't know what he is because you're an orc new to orcs or 40k, look up Tuska Demon Slayer's lore, and you'll have a great time reading that short story. Very fun.
Yeah, that's awesome, Jake.
There's different angles of it too, actually.
Oh,
just
yeah.
So you know, yeah. It was so big and so much going on that I
go.
took different angles of it. He has a couple different angles on it because he was working on this for a long time.
You can see how he's just dangling the balls in front of him.
Right in front of him, dude. Right in front of him while he's on
Like,
top
you
of
want
him.
these?
You got these back? What's up? Goddamn.
Oh, that's a different color scheme for the wings in the back.
Yeah.
That's
I was
nice
like,
touch.
that's why I was like, I'm gonna show him out. Because we're getting near the end here. I knew his was at the end. Did we do? Yeah. So I'm making sure. Yeah, because I put a bunch of pictures in here. We had 40 slides, guys.
Oh.
And here is
this
the
a
new.
model?
There's a new Uftug model.
Dude, this paint scheme makes it seem like it's like a
That's
3D rendition.
I think we can see in Discord who painted that and give them a shout out because they sent it and they shared it. But he got his, I think, a couple days earlier or something. So he actually painted it up and then sent it to me for this hobby stream directly. So, and I have a couple slides of the different direction too, because he took a really good job painting it. And this is gonna be one of the first ones we've seen painted. I got mine. Oh, Cal also. See, Cal, you're going hard. What the heck, bro? Cal was in here 3 times, dude. That's you, dude. Cal. Oh man.
You snapped today.
You and Jay, you were going off, dude, because I had a bunch of really good pictures from different people. I didn't realize both of you guys got like 3 different pictures of your models in there. Well deserved though, because there's actually a couple angles that he gave me from this. And the quality of the pictures you guys take, remember, does matter because I have to put it on here and how it looks. So, the more effort you put into your pictures, the more rewarding it is when it comes on here too. But yeah, I have the angles from the left, right, and such like that too. Yeah, that's from the side. Mine is actually mine showed up at the Warhammer store, my local Warhammer store. So I'll probably pick it up like on Tuesday.
Is it 40 mil base or is it bigger?
I'm not sure. It looks bigger. He
right?
looks pretty big. But we'll see. I'm not sure. What size is the base, Cal? Since you're actually in the chat, what size is that base? I know some people are like, I'm gonna use them as a flash kit. I'm using them as a war boss. I like that. Yeah, it's 50, so it is bigger.
So, yeah, it is big.
Yeah.
Damn, that's a big base.
Yeah, Captain Badrick's base, I think his actual base is only like 32 right now because he's an old model.
I like these little like black flames at the end.
He did really good because that's a bad moon. I believe he's doing it. So that's why there's all the yellow and the bad moon on the back of his head. So
nice.
He looks like, oh, he says 50. Jay, he was saying 40. I think Cal's 50. I think
40?
Cal's right with the 50, but we'll see.
He looks pretty big.
Yeah, he looks pretty massive. And then, of course, he got the Princess in the front. Princess is the the squig. You guys, if you didn't know.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, like how's the little mechanical jaw seems to be also like the stand for the gun.
You're right, it is. Yeah, that's exactly what's happening. He's holding it in place, like, hold on, I gotta shoot. Just stick it into the ground. He can't move.
Right. He's like, it tilted me forward, so he's got his leg counterbalancing.
Yeah, you're right.
on his back.
That's outrageous. Now that we're looking at it more, that poor squig dude just wants to get stuck in. He's like, hold my
Yeah.
gun.
Like,
He walks to the battlefield.
Can you imagine what he's doing when he's not being utilized as a weapon platform?
He's murking.
Just face first in the dirt, so he gets picked up.
His spine's all messed up, dude. Just stuck in the dirt all the time.
Yeah, a big footprint on his back.
Oh man, in the actual lore, he runs around and does stuff. But yeah, I guess not. Uftak just uses him as a stand. So that's a good point. Yeah, he just uses him as a big old stand now. It looks like. And yeah, he would be a sick bad ruck stand-in, like you guys are saying, because I've seen a couple people suggest that. It's just his base is so much bigger, I think, is the only thing that you would ever the only downside at all. Mm-hmm. But he's a great one. Because the shock attack gun is normally like the model is overwhelmed by how big the gun is. So it's pretty cool that he's like, no, I got this. My squigs help holding me up so I can still get stuck in.
Mm-hmm. And then Bjorn Anderson's letting us know that crane rig is his.
Yeah.
He's gonna get it repainted and remodeled.
Remodeled?
Oh, you're gonna add some things to it? Or
yeah, what are you
what's
gonna do
going on,
now?
man?
Either way, it was a really good whatever rendition, first or second version of it. It was really cool. I liked it. The crane word boy is freaking sick though. I really like
It was
that.
very creative.
Very creative.
All right, we are caught up.
We are caught up with the chat and everything. Was that the and then
Last
under
one.
the picture of that?
Mhm.
Okay. Where we at? Oh, we're making it to about just like an hour and 30, like we said. All right, guys. Well, this one was going to end a little shorter because I do have my event tomorrow, and I'm going to have to drive about an hour and a half or more, probably almost 2 hours, to get where I'm going to be. So, there's a couple things I was going to say that as I was reflecting was, like maybe a lot of you, I was holding myself to maybe a little bit too high of a standard here and a little bit wanting the kind of the result that I would want, right? A lot of people, whether you make content or not, want to have good results when they go to an event and they invest so much time and effort in the hobby. And sometimes the fact that we're so self-critical and that we're so eager to do good that, it actually ends up hurting our confidence when we don't do exactly what we know we could do or do as good as we should do in our minds, right? And that becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy, or becomes an endless cycle of you constantly being frustrated with yourself or your own results, or not doing as good as you think you could, maybe because your practice games, or maybe because your knowledge is so much better, or you start timing out at events. And at the end of the day, something that I say here and that I think we should always remember is it's all about having fun in a game, getting the experience that you want, getting slightly better each game one at a time, and remembering that you really got into this hobby for a multitude of reasons, not because you decided you're going to be Jack Harpster, or you're going to become John Lennon or an Art of War guy. It really comes down to you just want to be a better player so you can have your own better experiences. And each time you play, each event you go to, whether you get the result you want or not, will just make you enjoy the hobby more, because the people you meet there, the silly parts and games that you have. Let's say I go to my event and I get faced a bunch of custode players, or I don't. And I end up just playing someone and I'm like, yes, all I need is Mercari to survive, and I fail the first 2 up invuln. Am I going to laugh or cry about it? I should laugh. That's what actually should happen, because that's what we actually play the game for, is for those hilarious outcomes, for those hilarious situational moments that when I come back and report to you guys and we all talk about it, like, man, I was going hard and then Mercari just got sniped out failing his first save. That's something we all laugh about. And that's a better way to look at the hobby as a whole, is remember, we all like to win, but we're really just playing with big toys. When you're at events too, sometimes people are having drinks, and from all the events I went to, whether it was LVO or the last GT I went to, I really mostly just remembered the people I played with and the conversations I had after my games or before my games. I can't really remember exactly how I felt during the games, because that really didn't have that much impact. The people I met, like when I met John and we were looking at his awesome diorama, or when I met some other good players and we were talking about our results in orcs and how they felt about orcs, or having lunch, or me meeting Brad Chester, right? Like, those are the things, meeting the Art of War guys and staying up and talking to them. All that stuff was actually what we remembered more of and what we enjoyed more of from the hobby than, the multiple game wins we get. So that's something that we should all keep in mind. And tomorrow, you know, I'll try to keep in mind myself so that I can come back and do a better summary. Because I'm hoping to take more pictures and actually remember what's going on per game, per turn, and have the little fun moments caught up. So I'm going to try to do a better job in that. And, you know, practicing what I preach, which is this is a hobby and we're all here to have fun. And the mentality of the Orcs is just to enjoy the experience of getting stuck in. Because at the end of the day, Orcs are never beaten. And there's no such thing as a salty Orc player. Exactly. So none of us from this community, nor me myself, should come in there and tarnish, you know, what Orcs are known for and what we represent actually in 40K, which we're the only ones having fun, which means what kind of person or representative would I be for our community if I went out and started being sweaty, you know, just because I had my own personal expectations on myself. So I appreciate you guys, and this is very fun, and I look forward to reporting about Mandos, right? And then coming out with the Mandos video and either disproving myself or proving myself somewhat right, or giving my situations and what I think about it. So the Mando videos to come after that. I'm going to have a good idea for the meta as a whole now that I'm jumping straight into GT so soon after the data slate. And, you know, some of those things might change right away. GW did come out with the Meta Watch article, and they kind of realized, oops, custodes are pretty tough. Oops, Necrons are kind of annoying. So we don't even know. This is the point of 40K, though. Never chase the meta. Never sweat too hard on what's good and what's not, because months later, everything's going to change. And really, we should just be playing with what we want to play with, how we want to play, and with the people we want to play that we have the best time with, you know. And I look forward to possibly meeting Blake Hilton tomorrow. I look possible to meeting the other Orc players that are going to show up there, and hopefully crumping some heads and collecting some teeth. There's always one thing to keep in mind is don't cross our wall, because we knock your teeth out. Whoa!